to fascinating experience. For the first session, we have with us Shri Brijesh Kumar Tripathi Sir, an Indian Railway Service of Engineers 1996 batch. Sir assumed the charge of CVO CIL in 2022. Sir is a BTech graduate from MNREC Allahabad and an MTech from IIT Delhi. Sir has served in the administrative post of Additional Divisional Railway Manager of Asansol Division of Eastern Railway. Sir has been instrumental in many vigilance reforms and system improvements while working as Chief Vigilance Officer in Eastern Railways. Sir has a vast experience of about 25 years in planning, design and execution of various railway projects as well as many. With these words, please join me in inviting Shri Brijesh Kumar Tripathi Sir for his session on Coordination between Vigilance and Security Department, CVC Perspective. Please put your hands together to welcome Sir.
कर रहे हैं, कृपया अपना मोबाइल को फ्लाइट मोड में रखें या साइलेंट रखें। ये बहुत कठिन टॉपिक हमको दिया गया है कि विजिलेंस पर्सपेक्टिव इन सेफ्टी सिक्योरिटी। मैं शुरुआत करूंगा, हम विजिलेंस वालों को अपने आप में प्योर बनाना पड़ेगा, आइडियल बनाना पड़ेगा। इनपुट जो आप पतड़िया साहब बता रहे थे कि हमको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इनपुट ले लें, वेरियस सोर्स से इनपुट ले लें। कोई न्यूज़पेपर से ले लेता है, कोई सोशल मीडिया से लेता है, कोई मुखबरी वाले जो होते हैं वो दे देते हैं आपको इनपुट। आप इनपुट लीजिए, डाटा लीजिए, नॉलेज होना चाहिए आपको, आपका मैनुअल एसओपी का सबका मैनुअल का नॉलेज होना चाहिए, आपको ट्रेनिंग होना चाहिए, आपको एक्सपीरियंस होना चाहिए, आपको कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके यहाँ माहौल ऐसा होना चाहिए जहाँ कोई भी डिसीजन लेने में कोई संकोच ना हो, कोई डर ना हो, यानी फियरलेस करप्शन फ्री माहौल होना चाहिए। वो हम ऐसी कंपनी का कामना करें जहाँ पर करप्शन फ्री माहौल हो, जहाँ को कोई डर ना लगे। और रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर ने लिखा था ना कि वेयर माइंड इज विदाउट फियर एंड हेड इज हेल्ड हाई। हम बड़ा आसान से बोलते हैं कि हम कोल इंडिया में काम करते हैं, ऐसा मेरा माहौल है, ऐसा लोगों का कोऑपरेशन है कि हम जो चाहते हैं वो हो जाता है। तो कोई भी डिसीजन लेने के लिए आपको चाहिए करप्शन फ्री माहौल होना चाहिए। और मैं हर एक कोऑर्डिनेटर को बोलता हूं कि आप काम करिए, डिसीजन लीजिए। डिसीजन लेंगे तो हो सकता है गलत भी हो जाए। यदि आपके पास ABCD डिसीजन है, आपने कोई डिसीजन लिया, हो सकता है कि 2 साल बाद 4 साल बाद गलत हो जाए। लेकिन यदि माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, आप यदि डिसीजन लिए हैं, लेकिन यदि आपने वही डिसीजन अपने स्वार्थ में लिया, बहुत तो डिसीजन इसलिए लेता कि हमको नागपुर में पोस्टिंग बनी रह जाए, अच्छा किसी फेवरिज्म में ले लिया या 10 पैसा कमाने के लिए आपने डिसीजन लिया, तो ऐसा डिसीजन तो गलत होना ही है। दैट इज कॉल्ड मालाफाइड डिसीजन। और ऐसे डिसीजन को कोई नहीं छोड़ सकता है, उसको विजिलेंस वाले नहीं छोड़ पाएंगे, किसी को नहीं बचा पाएंगे। तो उसके लिए मैं कहीं पढ़ा था कि बख्श देता है खुदा उनको, बख्श देता है खुदा उनको जिनकी तकदीर खराब होती है। मेरी तकदीर खराब थी, डिसीजन लिया, गलत हो गया। बख्श देता है खुदा उनको जिसकी तकदीर खराब होती है, उसको खुदा भी माफ कर देता है, भगवान भी माफ कर देता है। तो विजिलेंस वाला क्या होता है? लेकिन वो हरगिज नहीं बख्शे जाते GM साहब, लेकिन वो हरगिज नहीं बख्शे जाते जिसकी नीयत खराब होती है, जिसकी नीयत खराब होती है। यदि आपका मालाफाइड इंटेंशन है और आप ऐसा डिसीजन लिए हैं, ऐसा कोई फाइल को गंदगी किए हैं, तो उसको कोई भी बचा नहीं पाएगा। वो हरगिज नहीं बख्शे जाते जिनकी नीयत खराब होती है। इसीलिए मैं ये बोलूँगा, कंपनी के हित में डिसीजन लीजिए, बड़े बड़े डिसीजन लीजिए और काम कीजिए, तभी हम 2047 में विकसित भारत का सपना देख पाएंगे। मैं 1 जनवरी को गया चेयरमैन साहब को नया साल का विश करने के लिए, तो उन्होंने हमको बोला कि 2047 हम कहाँ रहेंगे, 2070 हम कहाँ रहेंगे, और पता नहीं क्या क्या इस तरह की बातें करने लगे। 1 जनवरी के दिन लगभग 10:30 बजे के आसपास में मिलने उनसे गया, बुके लेके गया था और उनको विश कर रहा है, और चेयरमैन CIL जिसको 10 महीना बाद या 11 महीना बाद रिटायर होना है, वो इस तरह की बातें कर रहा है। तो उस दिन मैं समझ गया कि जिस कंपनी का मुखिया का विजन इस तरह का होगा, थिंकिंग ऐसा होगा, ऐसे मौके पर ऐसा तरह से काम करेगा, ऑब्वियस है कि हम लोग टॉप पे जाने वाले हैं। उसी विजन में, उसी मिशन में आपको भी काम करना पड़ेगा। एक और मैं क्लियर कर दूं, CBC मैनुअल में, पटेल साहब आपके लिए है, क्लियर कट लिखा हुआ है कि कोई भी सिक्योरिटी से रिलेटेड इशू है उसको विजिलेंस को नहीं डील करना है। यदि सिक्योरिटी से रिलेटेड कोई भी इशू है उसको विजिलेंस को नहीं डील करना है। मेरे पास ऐसा कोई कंप्लेन आता है तो उसको मैं एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मान करके मैनेजमेंट को भेज देता हूं। लेकिन कोई ऐसा सिक्योरिटी का इशू जिसमें आपको लगता है कि विजिलेंस सिंगल आ रहा है, मालाफाइड इंटेंशन है, तो आप उसको रिफर कर दें, आप अपने से रिफर कर दें। एयरपोर्ट में जब जाइएगा तो हर सामान का स्कैनिंग होता है, वैसे ही आप सिक्योरिटी वाले जितने हैं उनको हर चीज पता रहता है कहाँ क्या है, कौन कैसा है। तो यदि कोई सस्पेक्टेड आइटम है जिसका मालाफाइड इंटेंशन है, उसको आप रिफर कर दीजिए और वो सारा प्रूफ भी साथ में अटैच कर दीजिए कि बाद में वो आदमी बच नहीं पाए। तो मतलब हम आपका केस मेरे पास आता है तो हम आपको रिटर्न कर देते हैं। ठीक उसी तरह से विजिलेंस का कोई केस चाहे किसी के पास भी हो, किसी भी डिपार्टमेंट के पास, यदि कोई ऐसा मालाफाइड इंटेंशन वाला आता है तो कृपया करके आप हमको रिफर कर दीजिए। मैंने एक सजेशन बॉक्स करके CIL में बनाया है कि यदि आपको कोई सुझाव है, मैंने कंप्लेंट बॉक्स नहीं डाला जानबूझ करके नाम, सजेशन बॉक्स डाला है, तो उसमें आप हमको अपना बताइए कि हाँ इस फाइल में चाहे इस आदमी ने ऐसा कुछ गड़बड़ किया। आप साइन नहीं करते हैं तभी हमको कम से कम इन्फॉर्मेशन तो मिलता है। और सबसे बढ़िया टूल तो PTP का कंप्लेंट का है, उसका भरपूर यूज करना है। टाइम हो गया? That's all. Thank you.
पंक्तियां कि मिलता है हजारों में एक को, हर किसी को यह श्रृंगार नहीं मिलता, किस्मत के बिना इस दुनिया में खाकी परिधान नहीं मिलता, हमेशा स्मरण में रहेगी सर। It's said, transparency and vision.
Some kind of unrestricted access to people who are already authorized to enter, already living.
For them, sir, they have their own identification system.
What that is what I am trying to say.
Sir, we have a...
I card, suppose you are the member of the colony and somebody, so that will for the vehicle, for persons.
For person, the identity card is...
So what I am trying to,
playing more important role than the facts available at a particular point of time. And you have opined that there is very thin line of demarcation between security and vigilance as they are intrinsically linked with each other. You talked about various types of security agencies which need to be proactive, not just reactive in safeguarding assets, information and people. Through various examples of real incidents, you have emphasized on the point that a strong security presence coupled with a visible display of vigilance can deter potential threats before they even materialize. Thank you so much, sir.
your recap is better than my speech. Thank you.
By 1930 hours, the functional directors of Western Coalfield Limited and all our guests, outstation delegates will be here by 1930 hours, 7:30 p.m. Kindly be present here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
on these lines, we, the CISF, also organize coal sector workshops every year. So last year, I think November, December, that CCL organized that workshop at Ranchi. And in 2022, that BCCL also organized that workshop. So we the CISF, forces share our inputs. We get the inputs from that. And that time also, Shri Pateria sir was there. Here also, wherever these security workshops, seminars are there, he is there. And I can say proudly कि जब इन्होंने पहले अपना जो स्पीच में लास्ट में कहा कि आपके सीने में आग जलती रहनी चाहिए, तो मैंने इनको कहा सर जब भी आप मिलते हैं तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे में भी कमी है और सीखना है. तो आज वी एक्चुअली ना वी हैव द फोर्स, लेट अस एक छोटा सा मैं को खाका बताता हूँ. माइन में क्या होता है कि जैसे आपको बताइए कि माइन में आपने अंडरग्राउंड माइन से जो ओपन कास्ट माइन से कोयला निकाला, तो हमारा काम कैसे स्टार्ट हो जाता है कि कोल निकाला है, कोल यार्ड, तो कोल यार्ड से चोरी होगी, कोल यार्ड को प्रोटेक्ट करना है. कोल यार्ड से क्रशर तक जो है, क्रशर पॉइंट तक कोल जाएगा, क्रशर पॉइंट में पिलफ्रेज होगी, वहां पे सिक्योर करना है. क्रशर पॉइंट से जो है अभी ट्रांसपोर्ट होके जाएगा, तो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए फिर हमारा जो सर ने कहा था चेक पोस्ट बड़ी वाइटल हो जाती है कि चेक पोस्ट में अथॉराइज्ड बंदा ही अंदर आए, अथॉराइज्ड गाड़ी ही अंदर आए. तो चेक पोस्ट पे CISF आ जाती है. चेक पोस्ट से लेकर अगेन एक हमारा बेसिकली ना पेंच एंड कन्हान में देयर इज अ स्पेशल जो एक चेक पोस्ट वी कॉल VGS चेक पोस्ट. तो पेंच में जितना भी मोबिलिटी होता है, सारा जितना भी माइंस में एक ही चेक पोस्ट से होता है. तो वी कंट्रोल द ऑल दिस ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंटरनल एंड दैट रोड सेल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन थ्रू दैट VGS चेक पोस्ट. तो वहां पे फिर दैट दिस VTS come into play, that GPS comes into play, and thanks to this WCL, because when I came in 2022, there was no CCTV control room. So they gave us the CCTV control room. The VTS is there, and we are monitoring continuously that, and that has added to our efficiency that we can keep watch over that transportation. उसमें भी कुछ challenges है, जैसे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के दौरान ट्रक्स जो है रास्ते में कहीं कोल जो छोड़ जाते हैं, निकाल देते हैं, तो उसके लिए वी हैव सम दैट ऑपरेशनल प्रैक्टिसेस. आई विल डिस्कस दोज ऑपरेशनल प्रैक्टिसेस, 10-12 मैंने लिखी हुई है. तो उसमें जो दूसरी भी सब्सिडरीज जो है आई कैन फील दैट दे कैन गेट इनपुट फ्रॉम दैट. तो बेसिकली लेट मी कम टू द मेन जो टॉपिक दैट के व्हाट आर द ऑपरेशनल प्रैक्टिसेस व्हिच द CISF इज डूइंग देयर. तो फर्स्ट इज we have been strengthened, as I said, that ICCR, we have ICCR there, as you have this ICCR at this WCL headquarter. We have ICCR at the Pench office, where we do monitor this CCTV and VTS. We have installed GPS and dash cams in our QRT vehicles. There are the Pench and Kanhan area, we have divided it for security point of view into four companies, and we have 4 QRTs there. They are armed QRTs, and this GPS and dash cam is there in the QRT vehicles. We do surprise checks during each shift in operational areas. We monitor the QRT through this VTS. We do surprise checks on this laborers and the staff, those who are the vehicles as well, those who are inside the mine premises. We have made the SAND model for briefing for our own personnel. We have 4 companies, 4 SAND models, and 1 master SAND model. We do 3 days capsule course for the unit personnel. As I said that the personnel are coming from different areas. Some are coming from airports, some are coming metros, some are coming from DA. As I also came from airport, from Jammu airport to Shindwara, and we accordingly developed at the unit level 3 days capsule course in order to acclimatize or familiarize the personnel what actually is there in the what we have to do there in these coal mines. And we do follow the profiling system for our own men we deploy the personnel according to their capacities. In QRT, basically in QRT, our QRT is an armed QRT. So we deploy the personnel, those who are QRT qualified or those who have done that commando courses. And today I got a cue while Pateria sir was briefing that checkpost is one of the vital points, and I was discussing with him that I'll shortlist the personnel, those who are competent, those who are honest, those whose integrity is very high, they'll be deployed in the checkpost. Because अभी क्या हो रहा है एक्चुअली, ये मैं 3 साल से ये सीखा है, मैं अपने लोगों को भी बताता हूँ कि अभी चोरी कोल यार्ड से डायरेक्टली कोई चोरी नहीं करेगा. व्हाट दे कैन डू इज कि चेक पोस्ट को मैनिपुलेट करके, जो चेक पोस्ट पे जो आइदर अगर हम मैनुअल चेकिंग कर रहे हैं, जहाँ अभी कई जगह तो इंटेली प्लानर सिस्टम भी है, तो ऐसे में उनको मैनिपुलेट करके वहाँ से आपके सामने से कोई ट्रक लेके चला जाएगा. तो ऐसे में वी नीड टू पुट आवर बेस्ट मैन एट द चेक पोस्ट. वी डू कैरी आउट at our own level the Monday meetings. I do carry out Monday meetings with my company commanders, officers. We discuss the operational issues. We have made a flow charts for all duty posts. Flow chart means ke the layman, the jawan will come to know what he has to do in a contingency, what is his role. एक ही नज़र में उसको पता चल जाएगा कि आगे इसमें मुझे क्या करना है. We do carry out surprise checks at the road, on road for the coal transportations. We do carry out meeting with the local administration, SDM, local police and IB also. We have developed a system at the local level that we do operational review meeting with the area GM. We do lay ambush in theft prone areas. We carry out decoy checks. The decoy checks of the system of decoy checks at unit level we do at our own level, and the decoy checks comes from our sectors and the zones also. We don't know, they have come and they have caught by our men, and then we reward them. And those no case has come they were found that the decoy checks was found failure. For keeping, actually we are the force, and we keep the force fit. We do carry out PT, yoga, WT, weapon handling, but especially nowadays we have come with a new concept of organizing mental well-being sessions through that Aditya Birla Educational Trust. We do carry out explosive classes. We take help of the safety team of the WCL. They come and they brief us about what we have to, what type of explosives there in the explosive magazines. इसके क्या जो है disadvantages है, क्या इसके advantages हैं. We do carry out mock drills. Mock drills, particularly we design mock drills tailor-made for this we say coal-based. What can happen there कि चोरी हो जाएगी, जहाँ पत्थरबाजी हो जाएगी, तो ऐसे केस में क्या करना है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे we are not in the Naxal belt, but still we carry out some armed attack mock drills at the explosive magazines. So we do carry out a review of our SOPs on quarterly basis. That is a routine matter. लास्ट 3 इयर्स में मैंने पेंच और कन्हार एरिया में जो एक स्टडी पाई कि हमारे वहाँ पे भी जब भी कोई चोरी के अटेम्प्ट होती है सर, वो फेस्टिवल के 1-2 दिन पहले होती है. कोई दिवाली होगी, होली होगी, तो उससे पहले अटेम्प्ट होगी. तो उसमें हम क्या करते हैं कि जो थेफ्ट प्रोन एरियाज, और हमारे वहाँ पे जो पीछे जो रिकॉर्ड रहा है चोरी का, वो कोल का नहीं रहा. वहाँ केबल चोरी होती है, सब स्टेशन से मोटर चोरी हो जाएगी, जहाँ कोई स्क्रैप चोरी हो जाएगा. तो कहाँ कहाँ स्क्रैप चोरी होने की संभावना है. स्टोर्स हमारा जैसे वल्नरेबल है, हमारा PR स्टोर है, उसकी असेट ही वो लगभग 4.5 करोड़ का है. तो हमारे 4 से 5 आदमी जो है वहाँ पे डिप्लॉय होते हैं, और हम जब फेस्टिवल के सीजन में पर्टिकुलरली उसको ज़्यादा रीइंफोर्स करते हैं, QRT की मूवमेंट उस एरिया में ज़्यादा बढ़ा देते हैं. तो ये कुछ ऑपरेशनल प्रैक्टिसेस थी जो मैंने अभी आपको बताई। बाकी एक चीज़ सर मैं आपके भी यहाँ जो इस प्लेटफॉर्म से आपको भी लाना चाहता हूँ आपके रिसेंटली सर एक ऐसा एक एक्सप्लोसिव वैन आती है तेलंगाना से, वारंगल से, वो नाइट में आई और उसको कहीं उसने देखा नहीं, ऊपर पेड़ से टकरा गई, जिसकी वजह से ऊपर से टूट गई वो। तो जब वो एक्सप्लोसिव मैगजीन पे आई तो सीआईएसएफ ने देखा भाई ये ऊपर से टूटी है। हाँ, तो दैट वो जो हमने तो भी टेम्परिंग तो नहीं हुआ है, वो उसने बताया कहाँ पेड़ से टकराई थी, वो सारा चीज़ हमने चेक किया, फाइनली मतलब ये पाया कि वो पेड़ से टकराई थी। और एक्सप्लोसिव की जितने भी हम उसके अंदर कार्टून थे उसको हमने फिजिकली चेक किया। लेकिन क्या था कि सर उसने वो उसका जो रूट था, क्योंकि जब वो एक्सप्लोसिव जो लोड करके आता है जिस कंपनी से, उसका सभी एसपीज को ऑनलाइन मैसेज चला जाता है और ऑनलाइन ट्रैकिंग होती है उसकी। तो सभी डिस्ट्रिक्ट एसपीज के पास उसका मैसेज है कि ये व्हीकल जो है अभी इस जगह पे है, बट वो रूट को छोड़ दिया और 10 दिन पहले ही आ गया। उसका जो 10 फरवरी को इससे आना था वो लगभग 1 फरवरी के आसपास ही आ गया वो। तो उसको किसी को पता भी नहीं था कि इसने आना है। तो इवन दैट पुलिस एसडीपीओ वाज वो एंग्री के जो है ये पहले कैसे आ गया। तो ऐसे में जो कुछ इसके ऊपर मतलब कुछ काम करने की जरूरत है कि जब वहां से चले एक्सप्लोसिव वैन, वो जैसे नाइट हो जाती है शाम को, तो जो इमीडिएट थाना है वहां रिपोर्ट करे, फिर नेक्स्ट थाना में रिपोर्ट करे, नेक्स्ट थाना फिजिकली, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन सर इसका ट्रैकिंग कोई कर नहीं रहा है। तो वो उसमें और नाइट में वो मूव ना करे किसी ऐसे एरिया में जो नक्सल प्रोन एरिया से है। क्योंकि हम देखो हो कह रहे हैं सर कि हम जहां एक्सप्लोसिव है वहां हमने 11 मंजिल रोड द क्लॉक लगाए हुए, लेकिन वो एक्सप्लोसिव वैन अनएस्कॉर्टेड आ रही है। बट एक जो है वो है एक सिक्योरिटी सिक्योर फीलिंग क्या है कि इसका मैसेज जो है पुलिस को है, अब पुलिस इज नॉट अवेयर। तो बेसिकली उसको क्या है कि जहां सभी थाने में आए, जब थाना उसको एस्कॉर्ट करके नेक्स्ट थाने में पहुंचाए, नेक्स्ट थाने में पहुंचाए। एंड नेक्स्ट गैप जो हमारे पास पेंच और कन्हान में भी है कि वी आर देयर एट द एक्सप्लोसिव मैगजीन्स, बट एक्सप्लोसिव जब मैगजीन से माइन में जाता है वो एस्कॉर्ट नहीं होता है, नाइदर बाई सीआईएसएफ नॉर बाई पुलिस। तो ये मैंने व्हेन आई केम 2022 हियर तो आई फ्लैग्ड दिस, लेकिन पुलिस कहती है कि हमें बताओ, हम उस हिसाब से अपना हमारे पास जो मैन पावर होगी बंदे भेजेंगे जी। तो ये एक एक्सप्लोसिव का सर इशू है, दिस इज वेरी क्रिटिकल बेसिकली, इसको सर इसको देखने की जरूरत है। तो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड।
Thank you very much. A huge round of applause for Senior Commandant, please. Sir, the Explosive Act gives a very particular rule that explosive vans have to be escorted with armed police. Now, I was in Central Coalfield Limited also, sir, and I personally took up the matter with the DGP of Jharkhand also. We wrote multiple letters from the Director Personnel, then Director Personnel and CMDs, but never ever, and this is really a flag issue, sir, never ever has armed patrol or armed security personnel from the police been given, despite this being an act, sir, passed by the Union Government of India. So this could in future lead to some kind of a case, an incident, and wherein everybody will be trying to figure out, but then this is a gray area, sir, and this perhaps require intervention of higher authorities, sir. No response, sir. Response will never come from there. Once or twice in the letter they have written shortage of manpower, sir. Always, sir. कुछ आया था रिस्पॉन्स कभी आपको मिला वहां पे बाद में भी? By the CMDs. Ended this.
There was no suggestion about getting it sanctioned beyond the escort.
No, sir. So we then approached them to put the Jharkhand Armed Police also, JAP. So they said we will carry out induction, we'll let you know. But it died its own natural death. Didn't come through. It never fructified so far as I was aware. उसके बाद भी नहीं हुआ. Sir, Controller of explosives.
Actually, it would need to be flagged up at higher level, because now if it is not being properly addressed at the DGP level, which is the highest in the police department, we should not stop. That is the problem. That is the problem for many things. Like we take up and then leave it. See, we should not leave it in between. So if it was not being addressed at the DGP level, then it should have been taken at the minister's level, I mean home ministry level, like state home department. There are meetings, your CMD must be meeting the chief minister many a times for many various issues. So let this be flagged before the chief minister, that, yeah, home minister, that this is the issue and this is the provision of the act, quote it, and then say. See, only providing somewhere if that would have sufficed, then we would have got rid of many things by drafting good SOPs. So the problem is not in the provisions, problem is in the implementation. Now I am a police officer, so I am looking at from other angle also. Like practically every act provides for some duty on the part of police without providing for any resources. So they don't care. Like if they don't, because this is not one isolated incident of transfer of explosive from one place to the other place. There is huge movement of explosive across the country. So unless you have a dedicated team for doing this job, probably they would not be having spare people to this thing. This problem is reminding me about the currency notes transportation of this thing. There are very good laid down SOPs, but they are being followed because that provides for escorts. The messages are sent, meetings are held, then they cannot make a night halt unless it in a police line or a police station pre-designated. If they don't reach, then there are issues raised. So if I was not aware about this Explosive Act provision, but if you are saying it must be there, so then it doesn't remain in the law book. It should be implemented. And I have never seen. I have also worked in Naxal affected area where there was a movement, and we used to flag this issue that when we are after mine people, that we used to go to explosive magazines in the mines, and we will have to we will ask how are you utilizing it, whether there is any leakage. Like he has pointed out that there is a gap, that you are having security of CISF in the explosive mine, but you don't have any provision for escorting the explosive from mines to the mine, from the explosive magazine to the mine. So there it can lead to some kind of pilferage. So you see, so this was the issue, that so much of the, it was in one of the incident, explosive was looted from the explosive van during transport in that district where I was posted. Not in my time, some other time. And then people took it away. Some of it was required, some of it was never required. So this is a thing, but at that point in time, I did not know that there is a provision for escort, armed escort during transport. So this is a information for me. But if it is there, then it needs to be flagged at the appropriate level so that something is done. Otherwise, I totally agree that this is a very huge security risk.
Sir, when I came to Chhara, I met SSP. I told him, sir, because I came to know that from this explosive magazine to mine, that responsibilities of the local police. So I met SSP. He said, okay, we'll do it. Okay, make sure that the WCL management informs the Thana. Okay, yes, we are moving from mine, from magazine to mine. So that gap comes to this side also.
Okay.
Let us say that WCL mine safety team is informing every time, so that they may take a log, make a log of it. That police does not come, that is a different thing. But they have to oblige to their duties. And here the SDOP got angry that time. They don't get any information that explosive is being transported.
So what was the response of management for that?
So again,
So these are the gaps.
gaps we need.
That sometimes the fault will lie with the external stakeholder. Sometimes it will be with us. So it is our job. That is why we are organizing this seminar. We are like I have noted down all the points which you have mentioned. What is being followed, and they are very good practices which can be replicated
Absolutely, sir.
across the subsidiaries by the departmental security people. They are not very difficult things to do, but they are very important things. So this is the purpose was of holding this session, that we share the best practices. We are doing it, but we are not sharing it with the others to follow. Even they are not being followed in all the areas of the same subsidiary. I won't talk much. First, I would like to listen to MCL, then I will tell something which are missing. So, if Malhan.
Yes, sir. Just in that, sir, in the explosive rules, para 77, a road van while transporting explosives shall always be attended by 2 armed guards. If the consignment of explosive is likely to pass through sensitive areas notified by the Ministry of Home Affairs, it should be escorted by armed police escort or guards provided by the district police administration, sir.
So, but this has a proviso that provided it is passing through sensitive area which are to be notified by the MHA. So first we will have to
LWE areas
Yeah,
would
so-
come in, sir.
So whether that particular thing, if it is notified, then you will have to inform the local police with that notification copy that this area is sensitive, notified by the government as per this rule number 77 of Explosive Act. You are supposed to provide. So this, whether we are doing that.
Sir.
Anyway, if we are done with it, because this is important, this thing, then we can request MCA.
Good evening all in this forum also, and previously he has been a mentor to me also personally in different forums in implementing security matters. I would also tell you there are a lot of executives, officers from other disciplines. Let me tell you a few things about security. Is that we are enablers. We enable you and you enable us. Security cannot be vertical by itself. Let's say, for example, high production. Security manpower or security effort is also to have high production, because once you have a secured place, congenial working place, your productivity and production will as it is go high up. Well, I started my career from ECL, so I will start, though there is no representation here of ECL, I'll start my good practices from there, because I have achieved what I think a lot of people would have not achieved. ECL is basically divided into 2 states, that is West Bengal and Jharkhand. And in ECL, in the year 2017, it was a state-sponsored illegal mining in terms of OCP. You have illegal mining in terms of rat holes, and you also have illegal mining in terms of OCPs. So illegal mining in terms of OCPs was not heard at that point of time, but it was started in 2017. However, I would thank the then DTOP of and CMD of ECL, who took up on them to form a committee and to form an SOP. Through that SOP, it was a speaking SOP. It was not an SOP where you have description going on. It was an SOP wherein how you can counter illegal mining and coal theft. I would like to put in perspective here that whatever complaints, so-called complaints you are doing, or as POs, as managers, as the head of any area or project, you are doing complaints to the police, it is pertinent to mention that these complaints should be converted to FIRs. Unless these complaints are converted to FIRs, which we ensured, as I ensured in ECL and I have ensured in MCL also, there will be no action on part of the police. And let me tell you something more, that we have heard in lot of subsidiaries manhandling of executives being happening. Yeah, that is what I'm saying. Do I continue, sir? Yeah, that is what I'm saying. So the thing is that in that the FIRs was ensured to be lodged, because you have to have good industrial environment. So in terms of the security, you have to go on, is a continuous process. So in that perspective, we had drafted the SOPs, which is very important for any action to be taken, and subsequently our small task force was formed. In the task force, why am I mentioning this is that task force is in terms of the QRTs. So one of the best practices which ECL followed was in forming a task force in form of a QRT, and it was totally a departmental QRT. And subsequently, yes, we did stop the illegal mining, and ECL had a profit about 900 crores that year. However, when I got transferred to MCL, there were a lot of challenges. The biggest challenges which I had was in terms of the manpower, the quality of manpower. I have around 500 departmental security and around 3,000, more than 3,000 private security. So, and we have around 350 OISF. So the biggest challenge is to how to best utilize private security which is not trained, which doesn't have a proper know-how of how to operate in different zones, no legal power as such. However, when we started this matter, we started with training them. So we have utilized the present manpower in training the private security guards in structured training, not in terms of normal training, but in terms of structured training. That's what we have done. Thereafter, we have gone into development of IT initiatives. IT initiatives, just before coming over, we had a time, so I went and visited the ICCC of WCL, which was very fascinating. In those lines also, we are also having in MCL, but I would like to pertinently mention few things like visitor management system has also been introduced in MCL. In terms of, we don't have anything permission as such. We have a server-based visitor management system wherein anybody meeting anybody, any officer coming, meeting any officer, or any visitor coming, any visitor, or any officer will be tagged in, and that report will be generated. As far as ensuring, as sir said, that anybody entering the gate, meeting the particular person, designated person, and not deviating. Of late, we are trying to, one way is manually doing it by sending someone with the person to the designated person to whom he is come to visit. But it becomes very, man intensive. However, we have seen the same thing happening, like giving them the GPS tags or GPS visitor cards and ensuring a route for them wherein they can go and meet the designated person. And obviously, because in MCL we have a big roadway to the office. So this is what we will be developing on it. Then next is the FLMS. Like we do have theft, incidences of theft. We have fuel theft. But after introduction of the FLMS, fuel management system, our fuel consumption levels have really gone down, and it has become a positive matter. Thirdly is the boom barrier system that has come in. Now what we are doing is we are trying to tag in the boom barrier along with the drone, and with that we are also trying to tag in the VTS, that is vehicle tracking system. So we are in the process of integrating the same in the ICCC. However, till the time the ICCC comes in, this practice has also been taken that once the vehicle is going inside the mine, especially the internal vehicles, they are tracked to the VTS, that is vehicle tracking system, and subsequently it is also been tagged to the drones, like if a vehicle is having boundary deviation or road deviation, so the drone is lifted and the designated QR code is given. That is the coordinates are given as to where that vehicle is. And from the drone, we can find out whether the alerts being generated are genuine or not. So these things have come up. Thirdly, what we have done is, with the help of the legal department, we have designated 2 legal practitioners with each of the areas to help the area security officers to take legal opinions, advice, as well as if the police doesn't act in any way to counter that, they can do FIR in the magisterial FIR, that is under BNS 167. In terms of the trainings that we have done, we have taken help of the CISF, and we have trained around 400 of our departmental security. Subsequently, we have also got the cyber security cell, and a committee is formed, wherein again we have gone into training. We have done our training in-house at Puri also, and at Shimla we had organized this cyber security training for each of our officers who are there in the committee members. Subsequently, we have also roped in Sambalpur University for training our security personnel in terms of legal, of BNS. BNS is the new systems that have come in. So more or less whatever our panelists over here has said, we have covered all of them. However, there are certain constraints which will always be there, but I would always say that we are enablers. Help us to enable you, because any good practice comes with an objective, and our objective is excellence. And as Pateria sir said, and I think Commander Saab also said that jo jazba hai, that a fire that should be in you, that we should have the fire in us to achieve excellence, and it is great that we are able to air our views in such a forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Major Paul. Just a quick question. You have private security in MCL, and what is the numbers that you have? 3,000. Okay. Why are we doing training for private security? Aren't they covered under training under PASARA Act 2005 by the vendor himself?
The PASARA Act does not, the PASARA Act only says that what type of training you are supposed to impart, but they does not say that how to impart and what to impart. The problem with is that most of the security, we have got a premonition that anybody and everybody can do security, which is I think wrong. You for doing proper security also, you need training, even for intelligence development to whatever thing you talk about security, and that is why it is a specialist arm. So to ensure that at least 20 days of rigorous training is done, you need to put that in your tender as to obviously, as rightly put out, that the security training will be imparted by the contractor. But as a principal employer, you have to ensure that the training is imparted. So how will you ensure that? Though it is given in PASARA Act, the contractor will give them training as per his own whims and fancies. But when you put it in writing, in putting up in a proper draft, a proper training program, and putting it across in your contract, then that residential structured training happens, and they are better equipped to address the problems in the mine areas.
Thank you. Just for everyone's perspective, it is the private security agency's responsibility to provide training. Please share us the notes as to how you've taken approvals so that we also can undertake similar activities, because we also have third-party contracts. We are absolutely not, we have been, I tried to approach, but due to the Act provisions, we were told that it is the responsibility of the agency themselves at their cost to do it. Number one. Thank you. And number two, the explosives come under, for safety regulations, they come under PISO, but for explosive related acts, it comes under the Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Thank you very much, sir, for this. Sir, should we conclude? I mean, I wanted to take on one more activity, otherwise, but it will be very quick, sir. May I request now the subsidiary representatives, hypothetically, and of course in times to come with a meager manpower that we possess, the challenge of just about 22 of us and 5 being here, what would be your vision about security in the next 2 years when you are at the helm of affairs and when you are expected to take on some very bold decisions? We have personnel, managers, representatives from vigilance, ENT, from legal department, and a whole lot of security force. We are being watched by our senior advisor security, Shri Pateria sir. Quickly tell us, what would you do to make your security department more impactful in the next 2 years?
In CCL, security personnel are being recruited from 2 sources. One is 930, the other one is Land Luger. And out of these 2, the incumbent who is only 10th pass, he is coming to security department, and if he is above 10, like plus 2 and graduate, then he goes to some other department. So there should be a provision where 30% or 40% of such incumbent who is either 12th pass or graduate should come to security department. We expect a lot from security department. We need to move hand in hand with IT. We need to move hand in hand with vigilance, upcoming all these security scenarios, IT sectors. We need to be updated. So a person, a boy who is 15 years of age, and he knows that after 3 years, just getting 18, he will get a job, he will stop studying, and he is not 10th pass, and he is given security cadre. Yes, we need to look at education. That's it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Like Coal Shakti Dal, the Coal Shakti Dal is in WCL only. I think other subsidiaries like SCCL, we don't have any Shakti Dal, and this should be implemented. Number 2, manpower. I was here in WCL, so I have seen कि land hostage का first priority is security. But other subsidiaries like SCCL, जहाँ पे मैं हूँ, वहाँ पे security, they don't come in security, they go to other departments like mining and excavation and other areas, but they don't come in security. So that should be implemented in other subsidiaries also. We have very less manpower, like जो भी जैसे retire हुआ तो that place is vacant. No other option like this. Then training and cyber security and obstacle training, this should be implemented in other subsidiaries also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'll not throw this question at you. Senior Commandant is going to be in Delhi soon, and he's going to be watching all of us. So this question is now to Major Rajapal, very quickly, so that we sum it up after this.
Well, that's pertinent to mention that my predecessors, my seniors and my colleagues have mentioned about the quality of manpower. I would request that if the HR, now it is no more personnel, it is HR. So I would request my colleagues in HR, if the cadre scheme, I have been seeing that the cadre scheme of other arms are being revised. So even the cadre scheme of security, if it is revised with the present requirements, one. Second is that it's very true that these land losers that come in, or the death cases that we get manpower, that is very, very bad, or very low standard. Even if we train them, we have a problem in executing things, implementing security from them. So if those manpower can go in other arm and other departments, and fresh ex-servicemen could be given to us, and so that we have a better type of security. And definitely with the IT coming in, now it will be man behind the machine. So we require to revise the security cadre, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, may I some responsibility is to be bestowed upon on the security discipline. Sir, we need to constitute and institute medals for performance of security personnel. So we carry a lot of pride in the uniform that we wear, and we are carrying our badges and medals that we've acquired, we've recognized from our services, our Commander-in-Chief commendations, our GOC, our para badges. We need to continue this with some kind of medals that we can institute in-house. It instills an element of pride in us. Sir, the standard operating procedures in Coal India subsidiaries, our terrains may differ, but our policies are same. We need to have one consolidated approach to our standard operating procedures across CIL. We need to conduct annual drill and parade competitions. We would like to encourage, people have safety weeks, people have first aid meets and first aid competitions. We need to have drill competitions. Subsidiary wise, each year we should go, we should carry out weapon firing. We should see who wins how many medals, because I'll have the first simulator here. We should also look at drill competitions, PT competition, parade competitions. We should have fitness level checks in place for promotions to higher ranks. Sir, we need to establish a sports board for nurturing sportsmen for competitions like shooting, yoga, for cross country, because the fitter we are, the better we'll be able to perform. So we need to update our uniform regulations. It is 1993 vintage, sir. Things like overcoats and things have changed. We don't even get to wear them, but we need to upgrade our uniform scales and patterns also. This uniform gets very dirty when we wear them and go to the coal fields. We should look at some kind of a new pattern of uniform which will add a lot of pride in our working culture. So we need to have a change in the cadre system. We need to allow technical entry of Jawans, of our subordinates, our non-executives. We need to change on the height restrictions. It's an irony that a 152 centimeter officer is allowed, but a Jawan has to be 165 centimeters. I mean, मैं छोटा चलूंगा लेकिन जवान लंबा होना चाहिए, sir. I've been pressing CIL now for last 2 years to make this simple change in the policy. It's not come in as of now, sir. We need to have removal of age embargo of 35 years coming into the security cadre. It's been made long time back, but what was the genesis behind is not known, but it's time to change because it is hurting us. We're not getting the right people to come to us, sir. So we need to have learning sessions, caselets, case sheets, brainstorming sessions, best practices, whatever has been learned or done or mistake from one subsidiary, it should quickly percolate to the other so that we don't get to repeat our mistakes. So we need to meet more often. The food here was good. Maybe we need to catch up more often in such gatherings. So we need to call upon research organizations to send their interns to our organizations. We have large industrial working atmospheres. We need to have interns coming in from various disciplines. We have people coming in and doing MBA. The interns should come and see what they can do to improve. They should submit their reports to tell us what we should do to improve upon our security systems. We should have tie-up with Raksha Shakti universities. We should carry out certain courses with NISA. They have a fantastic Hyderabad training unit of CISF, and it encourages PSU officials to come and get trained. We need to go there, find out what is new in the market, what is to be learned, what is to be unlearned. So we need to establish our own research and development wing, sir. It is time now that we start working on intelligence network and setup, sir. This requires a lot of brainstorming, perhaps a subdivision of our department, but it is time now that we have officers coming in. Maybe after tenure in vigilance, you can come to the INT tenure of security and then perhaps go to your own cadre. Sir, we've started with the security audit of our coal mines. We are again the first one, but it's been 5 months that we've started. We are getting great results. We've already shared it as part of the compendium. Maybe all coal mines should start auditing, all subsidiaries should start. It's a comprehensive list, but it is a scalable model. It can be reduced, increased. We've made 1,000 marks paper. You just have to tick and give marks. Very easy to do. We are the first subsidiary which is doing it, but I think that is also required to be implemented. Pan Coal India, thank you very much, sir, for your patient hearing. There's lots to do, lots to learn. We don't want to waste precious time of our delegates and of yours, and of course we're looking forward to meet all of you in the cocktail, in the evening session, sir. Thank you very much for this, sir. Jai Hind.
A big salute to you all for all the efforts aiming to safeguard individuals, our organization and systems against the potential threats, risks or unwanted actions. We are proud of you all. This worthy has really won the hearts and trust of all of us. I would request Shri A.K. Pateria sir to present mementos to our panelists. A big round of applause from the audience. Malhan from WCL. So this brings us to the end of our formal agenda for today's seminar. I want to express our deepest gratitude